I'm about to spend a week trekking along the Mediterranean on Turkey's first long-distance hiking route, and I bet you've never even heard of it. Let's go hike the Lycian Way. The story of the Lycian Way begins centuries ago with the ancient Lycian civilization, a state in Anatolia that flourished during the 14th century BCE. Their cities were known for elaborate architecture, their trade routes were expansive, stretching from modern-day Fethiye to modern-day Antalya. The story of the Lycian Way continues with Kate Clow, a British woman who was living in Antalya during the 1990s and was fascinated by this ancient civilization. Her love of anthropology, combined with the natural beauty of the Turkish coast, inspired her to make the 540-kilometer trek that is now the Lycian Way. Finally, our story begins on a sunny March morning at the Fethiye marina. Our teeth are brushed, our bags are packed, and we're ready to see how far we make it along the trail. Goodbye, Patara!
We love you, Patara.
Everyone meet Ruth, my hiking partner for this trip. She's my favorite Brit, makes a mean cup of tea, and is the brains behind this trek. Not to mention a musical genius.
It's the road, yeah.
And don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more. Give me some angles, you know. Our trek today begins in Fethiye, and with the entire day ahead of us, our goal is to make it nearly 25 kilometers to the nearby town of Aludeniz by sunset. Today is day one of the maybe Lycian, maybe Lycian, maybe Lycian, maybe Lycian way. We've heard it described like all of those different ways. It looks like a little fairy meadow through here.
We've seen no gnomes nor fairies, but we're holding up hopes.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Wow. Remember the last time you saw us when we were all excited about the bees?
Bees are not nice.
We're both gonna have welts the size of turkey.
Yeah, we're gonna have to use an ultra zoomed out lens because our heads will just not be able to fit into one screen anymore.
Despite our rough start on the trek, we soon make it to the nearby town of Kayakoi for a quick Coca-Cola break. Behind us, the Lycian Way continues right through the ruins of Kayakoi, a village once known as Lycia that for centuries was home to a largely Greek Orthodox population. As we reach the peak of the village, we get the first of the views that we came for. So we just crested a little bend in the trail back there, and now this is what we're looking at. Wow. With Mediterranean views and Lycian ruins spotting the path, the trek is starting to feel real. However, the trail has one more surprise for us. The good, the bad, and the ugly. It's hailing.
This is the ugly. And we have to go downhill.
Soaked through with rain and sweat, we finally make it to the Idedi campsite in Aludeniz a few hours later. The sun has come out once again, and Yasin, the owner of the camp, gives us a lift into town for pide and Turkish tea. Back at camp that night, once again warm and cozy, it's time for a good night of sleep in our tent. Or so we thought. Hello, hello. This morning, we're trekking towards Quebec, a beach town about 23 kilometers away. Now, technically, the official start of the Lycian Way begins here in Aludeniz, so yesterday was just a little bit of a trial run. However, I'd say it prepared us well for the uphill that we face almost immediately. The terrain here is significantly harder than we expected. We had looked at the trail map yesterday and been like, oh, it's gonna be a little bit of uphill and then downhill the whole day, and we've been hiking for 2 hours and there has been no downhill yet. What's our song of the day, Ruth?
No, I'm gonna change my mind. I think I've got a new one.
All right.
Let's start that one again. Don't stop me now if you wanna pretend to get me down a massive cliff. Don't stop me now, I'm gonna take the right way. Just give me a tick to find the right way, not the death way. I don't want to stop at all.
We've made it to the town of Kirme, the perfect place to stop for Iki Chai at the Lemon Cafe. Here we also make a new friend. We are headed towards the Butterfly Valley, which I truly hope lives up to its name and that we spot plenty of butterflies.
Look at her go! Strong, powerful woman.
The Butterfly Valley is one of the most well-known spots along the Lycian Way and probably the most photographed. But first, it's time for a scenic Coca-Cola break. I think we are finally coming up on the viewpoint of the Butterfly Valley that we have been hiking and waiting for.
Look at that. Holy cow.
Here's an honest truth, y'all. As much as we wanted to justify the fact that we'd brought the tent and sleeping bags all this way, a warm bed was just really calling our name. So when we arrived in the town of Quebec and saw this place, it just felt like a sign. And just think, if we'd camped, y'all never would have gotten this masterpiece. Hi, Jenna here, and today on MTV Cribs, we're meeting the greatest celebrity of the Lycian Way.
Hey, it's Ruth. How are you doing? Come on in. This is the bedroom. Here I mainly do sleeping and sometimes snoring, and there's been the occasional drool happened here, and sometimes I even eat in bed.
I'll spare y'all the rest. We clearly need our sleep. See y'all in the morning. Good morning from day 3 of the trail. For our first stop, we're dressed very appropriately for the location that we're at. By mid-afternoon, we've made it up the mountain to the tiny town of Alicia. Here we stop at a tiny supermarket in town where we buy some groceries and lunch from Hassan and Habiba. Lunch is gözleme, or Turkish pancakes made with spring onions grown straight on their porch outside. Oh, and Turkish tea, of course. All right, Professor Piehead, what would you like to say?
If it looks like you're going to die, you were on the wrong route. You back up, because every time we're like facing a sheer drop, it's definitely the wrong way.
Not the way. The way. The rest of the day is a steep but beautiful downhill towards the town of Gay. By the time we reach the village, the sun is nearly set and we once again find a homestay with a warm bed. We are here at the homestay of Ramzan, and we have not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 beds at our disposal. I think we're doing pretty well for ourselves. The best part of this homestay, though, is the pups. On our walk, are they showing us the way?
That's the way.
Good morning! Good morning. Oh, good morning. Good morning. It is day 4 of the Lycian Way, and we are on our way towards Patara Beach today, which is one of the most popular sites along the trail, so we've heard. And we have a new trail companion. Howdy, our friend. He's joined us all the way from Gay to wherever we are now. We just came down all of these terraced farmland, and I don't really know if we were on the trail at any given point. So we've decided to give the dog a name. Yep. Ruth, you want to share?
It's Edison.
Edison! He's not very good at showing us the right way to go, but very good at standing in the direction of where we want to go.
Good boy, Edison.
Let's talk about our boy Eddie for a sec. Y'all might remember him from our homestay yesterday where he joined us for a walk around town, and we incorrectly assumed that he belonged to the homestay owners. But we were actually informed by another hiker at the homestay that he had followed him the day before from Alicia to Gay. Apparently, this is not uncommon on the Lycian Way, as hundreds of dogs pass through every year, either wanderers or strays. We don't know our Eddie boy's story, but we do know that he wanted some love, and we were happy to give it. We are coming across our very first little town break of the day in the town of Bell, and we're both really craving a Diet Coke, but here's the situation. We are basically out of money, and so we are rationing. This might be the most irresponsible decision we've ever made, but we decided to buy the Diet Cokes. Since we're heading from high elevation to sea level today, there's plenty of steep technical downhill to cover. Luckily, our boy Eddie is right beside us the entire time, or rather in our way the entire time.
You either gotta go ahead. Come on, buddy. Go.
There's no way we can stay mad at him though. We just love him to pieces.
Oh.
We're nearly to Patara Beach, one of the largest beaches in Türkiye, stretching out from the ancient city of Patara. It's a hub of Lycian ruins, some of which we have full intentions to explore, but first of all, it's kind of giving E.T. phone home vibes. E.T. phone home.
Elliot.
We're clearly becoming lucid from the amount of kilometers we put behind us today, but lucky for us, we're nearly to Patara Beach. Unlucky for us, our expected campsite appears to be closed. For years, apparently. It's here we make a pit stop at the beach and make an important discovery.
Go, Eddie! Yeah, baby! He's a beach dog.
Patara Green Park was closed, but we were able to get some mystery man on the phone via their phone number on Google who told us to just go back up the hill and there would be camping there. We love a hill. I feel like we've ended every day on a hill so far, so 'tis only tradition. 10 minutes away are the ruins of Pydney, a crumbling former military fortress. It's the perfect place to watch the sun go down and reflect on the biggest lesson of the day.
I've got my tip of the day.
Oh, do you want to give us the tip of the day here in front of the ruins?
Of course.
Okay. Let's get you. Oh.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, buddies. All right, Miss Ruth, let's hear your tip of the day.
The tip of the day is just keep positive, people. I saw Virginia's face when I said, I think we should buy Coke from here. And she said, maybe share one. And I said, we don't need to share one. It all turned out fine.
That's right, folks. Against all odds, we've made it to Patara, cashless and sore, but with a roof over our heads and a new friend in tow. Good morning. We've been anticipating this morning. We were warned by a local friend that due to the rain, the Eschen stream wasn't currently passable on foot, so we had plans to reroute through the town of Quebec and visit an ATM in the process. But first, there's a hard goodbye that we have to say. Okay, I want to just pop in for a second and give an update on the whole Eddie situation. So stray dogs are fairly common in Türkiye, and according to the guys at our campsite, he's likely a stray who knows the trails pretty well. As much as we just wanted to take him with us, we knew that we couldn't take him into town because we worried he wouldn't be able to find his way back. We ended up getting in touch with KAPSA, the Kalkan Association for the Protection of Street Animals, and we sent them a photo of Eddie so that he'd be on their radar. We also were assured by the guys at our campsite in Patara that they would keep an eye on him. I wish the story had a happier ending, but it ended with a goodbye at the Dolma station. The good news is there is a lot of work being done right now in southern Türkiye to provide for street animals and even find them forever homes. And I've actually linked a few organizations doing this kind of work in the description if you want to check them out. If Eddie's story speaks to you, I encourage you to look at ways that you can get involved or even consider a financial donation if you're able. Thank y'all for listening, and let's get back to the video. So we just took a little local minivan. We're walking into Quebec now, and we're finally gonna get an ATM! Historically, the Patara region was the primary seaport for ancient Lycia and home to its largest city of Xanthos. We spend the morning exploring the ruins of this city, including its remarkable pillar tombs. These days, Patara has a bit of a hippie beach vibe surrounded by farmland, so it feels only fitting that we ended up hitchhiking in the back of a tomato farmer's truck to our campsite called Medusa Camping.
Look at our cute little room. Ooh. The showers, the kitchen. We have a little porch.
Showered and fresh, we take a little trek out to the cloudy beach. It feels good to have a day to rest and explore, and of course we make some new friends along the way.
Big smile. All right, we're good looking. Bye.
It's our final day on the trail, and the travel gods have decided to reward us with an easy, straightforward trek. I'm totally kidding, y'all. We are lost.
All right, we've been getting lost all morning. We're in kind of a like little town that's nameless on the map. 3 ways to go and no marks on the road. So let's see. Then that takes us back onto the road. I think we're about an hour from Kalkan. We're not really sure because could be 3 hours.
See it,
but we kind of have to go around and down. So it could be 1, could be 3. What you think, Ruth? I'm gonna say 2.5.
We've nearly reached the end of our trek. After a few more kilometers through the mountains, we finally make it to the town of Kalkan. And of course, what more fitting way to end than with an uphill?
We made it!
We made it!
Ambitious. But we've not done anything less than 20 kilometers a day.
Every single day of this trek. Happy official end of the Lycian Way!
Yeah, when you know, you know.
6 days and 100 kilometers later, and we're in desperate need of some gong pops and a hot shower. As for me, I want to say thank you for watching and for supporting my channel, and if you like more videos like this, don't forget to like and subscribe. See y'all next time!